quick details about our webinar. So this is, I'm just going to hover my mouse. So Wednesday, July 2, 2025, 7 p.m. Sorry na, dami ko sinasabi. This is held, nangyayari to sa Google Meet and live both Blue app and TikTok app. Pwede ba yun sabihin? Hindi ko alam. So, 2 hours minimum. 2 hours lang, pinaka-minimum. And then, pwede tayo mag-extend mga 3 or 4. Pwede rin 16 hours if gusto niyo. Pero yun nga, 2 hours minimum. Before the webinar, so yan, check your internet connection. Have something to write on and with. Notepad nyo sa PC or papel and lapis. Use a headset for better sound if you have one. Join the webinar 10 minutes early. So,
Sorry to interrupt, Coach. Unavailable yung recording.
Oh, okay lang. Sige lang. Okay lang. I'm also recording on my end, pero I just want a backup. So, anyone na nasa Facebook dyan or TikTok or Google Meet, you can record whatever if you like para may backup kayo. Para kunwari nawala yung recording ko, sa inyo ko kukuhain. Pero naka-record ako, don't worry. So, yun. Thank you, Jefferson. During the webinar, raise your hands if you have questions, Google Meet. Pero again, unmute your microphone if you have questions. That's fine. Keep your mic up unless speaking. So this is only kapag kunwari nakalimutan niyo ma-unmute, 'di ba? So make sure to turn off your mic kapag wala kayong sinasabi. Use chat box for questions during discussion. Pero again, I want to repeat, feel free to unmute yourself. Okay? Okay lang yan. Unmute lang kayo sa Google Meet pag may questions. Ito pinaka-importante sa lahat na nanonood ngayon, I will give 3 random codes. Itong random codes na to, kailangan nyo to isulat sa papel or isave nyo sa notepad. Okay? Sa messenger nyo. Kung saan nyo siya isisave. Basta, 3 random codes na sasabihin ko during the webinar. Tapos, itong random codes na to, kailangan nyo itong makumpleto para makuha nyo yung certificate sa July 31. Okay? Bakit ko ito ginagawa? Kasi I wanna make sure na yung makakakuha ng certificate sa July 31 is pinanood yung buong live. So, yung mga random codes na to, sasabihin ko lang siya randomly. Okay, tanong niyo yung classmate nyo. Baka, kuwari may importante kayong gagawin, tapos di nyo nakuha yung isang random codes, tanongin nyo yung classmate nyo. Kung anong pwede nyo gawin. Basta, bibigay ko to just to check if everyone is listening bago nila makuha yung certificate sa July 31. Okay? So, sabihin ko na yung first random code. First random code, actually, i-notepad nga natin to para yan. So, first random code is Bauhaus. Hindi ko alam spelling, pero ito guys, save nyo to. Yan. Ito yung first random code. Google Meet, Facebook, TikTok, please take note. Hindi ko na to ulit papakita. Okay? Bauhaus. Laya by M. Record. So, yan. Clear na tayo dyan? After the webinar, the entire live session is recorded, which you can watch later. Okay? So, sana huwag kayo umalis kasi alam nyong recorded to. Pero, you can replay the live stream on my page. So, di ko naman di-delete yan. So, panoorin nyo lang ulit kapag may importante kayong gagawin. You can go. Pero, much better kung ngayon nyo na ilaan yung oras nyo kasi makakapagtanong kayo ng questions. Right? Masasagot ko ng yun nga, ng real time. And then, lastly, yun nga, all participants will receive a certificate on July 31 after finishing all the classes. So, may mga class ako na may mga random codes. So, make sure to take note. I know, madaming random codes. Pero kung nanood kasi kayo, walang problem sa random code. So, yun. Yun lang. Any questions before tayo mag-proceed sa next slide? Google Meet, Facebook, TikTok, and Facebook, yes, you will receive a certificate as well. Basta, meron kayo yung random code na sinasabi ko. Ilang classes? Buong July. Google Meet, no questions? Okay, thank you. Let's proceed. How to become a virtual assistant. So, this is powered by recreateph.com. So, Just so you know, I have this startup digital marketing agency that I've been working on. Hindi pa siya launch, pero meron na siyang few clients na ako lang talaga nag-aasikaso. Walang iba. So, there, you can visit my website, recreateph.com. I will be launching this anytime soon with the help of, Coach John Mark Sarol and other team members that I know. So, yan. Bisitahin nyo lang to if you wanna learn more. Pero, this class is powered by recreateph.com. Okay? Content of calendar. Ano ba tawag dito? Table of contents. So, introduction. Part 1 is remote jobs and niche. Part 2 is what is virtual assistant versus freelancing. Part 3, setting up. Part 4, what is CPR, Rika, AIDA. Part 5, tools and AI utilization, which is very important. And then lastly, we will have a Q&A. Guys, nag-Milo ako, so medyo madaldal pinagsasabi ko. So, cut me off kapag wala ng sense yung pinagsasabi ko. Google Meet, help me, okay? Where do we start? So, again, this is Arky. I know some of you guys napanood na yung mga webinar ko before, pero uulitin ko lang, pero make sure to, makinig lang kayo. Alam ko, ilulit ko na ito ilang beses, pero this is for people na hindi pa, wala pang idea sa virtual assistant tsaka freelancer, okay? So, meet Arky. So, this is Arky. He wants to become a virtual assistant. He doesn't know how. Hindi niya alam kung saan kukuha ng client, hindi niya alam paano magta-transition to VA, hindi niya alam kung paano pumasa sa interview, wala siyang CV, wala siyang resume, kailangan niya ng tulong. This is Arky. Wala siyang resume, wala siyang portfolio, wala rin siyang cover letter. So, paano siya kukuha ng client? Do you have experience? Wala rin siyang experience. Okay? Most of us, ito yung problem natin. Some of you guys, kakagraduate lang, pero walang experience. Some of you, wala pang resume and curriculum vitae. At kung meron man, wala kayo malagay na working experience. So, mahirap yon. Some of you may portfolio pero walang malagay na projects. Now, meet RK. See? Kamukha naman sila. He is an IT undergrad. He worked in IT at call centers for almost 5 years. Then, COVID happened and kailangan niya maghanap ng work from home job. So, nakita niya si Your BA Buddy, yung free webinar ni Your BA Buddy. Do you guys know Your BA Buddy? Anyone on Google Meet, Facebook, TikTok? Your BA Buddy. So, Coach Janelle, anyone? Google Meet?
Yes, Coach. E-commerce, ano po yung discuss
Yes.
sa e-commerce?
This is Coach Janelle. So, unang, pa lang, followers niya nun, 100 pa lang. Kasama ako sa 100 na followers niya nun before. Nag-post na siya nun, how to become a BA, 500 pesos ba yun o libre? Basta yun, umattend ako, tinapos ko yung buong session na yun, tapos lahat ng napag-aralan ko doon, pinagsasearch ko sa YouTube. So, yun. Nakita ko yun, yung free webinar, nanood ako, pinag-aralan ko lahat ng tools na sinabi doon. Okay? I invest 1 to 2 hours every day to learn new skills. Tanong nyo yung girlfriend ko, araw-araw ako nag-aaral, 1 to 2 hours. Hindi lang 4 to 6 hours, minsan 8 hours. So, lagi yan. Nag-aaral ako ng mga new skills before. Tapos, ngayon, he got multiple clients. So, ano yung pinagkaiba ni RK dito kay RK? Or ano yung ginawa niya na hindi pa nagagawa ni Arky? So, pag-usapan natin, what are remote jobs and niche? Siyempre, sa virtual assistant industry, saka sa, freelancing, meron tinatawag na mga niche. So, paano ba pagbigkas dito, Coach? Anyone? Google Meet? Ano ba? Niches pa? Niche?
Niches.
Niches. Okay. Yun.
Pagka
Niches.
walang S, niche.
Pag walang S, niche. Okay. Nice. Buti yan dyan si Coach JM. So, pag-uusapan natin yung mga niches. Yung social na niches. Remote work. Basically, you are working at home. So, anything, okay? Kapag sinabing virtual assistant, kaya nga siya tinawag na virtual, ibig sabihin, you are working virtually. So, you are working at home, basically. So, you don't need to put on your makeup for 2 hours. Di mo na kailangan mag-makeup. Di mo na siya kailangan guluhin sa jeep, sa bus, pag nagti-travel, nakamotor ka, just to get to the office. So, you are basically working at home. Sa bahay. Ngayon, sa bahay ako. Ayun. Yung rep namin. Tapos may pagkong ako dun, guys. Sa aquarium. Ang kailangan nyo lang, internet, computer, English skills, tsaka knowledge, which we will going to discuss today. So, sa mga nanonood ngayon, huwag kayong aalis kasi itatackle ko lahat within 2 hours. And I want to make sure to be clear as much as possible. Okay? So, internet, computer, English skills, knowledge, tapos pag-uusapan natin yung mga niches. Okay? Clear? Guys, TikTok, Facebook, Google Meet, questions, just unmute yourself. What is virtual assistant? What is freelancing? Dalawa kasi yan. We have freelancing. We also have virtual assistant. So, RK, ano yung pinagkaiba nila? Freelancing, you are getting paid per project. You can also work at home, pero you can work on site. Katulad ng mga photographer, freelancer sila, pero they are going on site. Paano mo pipicturean yung tao kung di ka pupunta doon, diba? Pero freelancer sila. Same goes with videographer. Maraming mga freelancer na on-site. Pero meron din mga freelancer working at home. Katulad ko. Katulad natin, yung iba sa inyo. We are getting paid per project. We can also become a virtual assistant and we are self-employed. So, those are freelancers. Ano yung pinagkaiba niya kay virtual assistant? So, virtual assistants, you are getting paid per hours. Okay? I-explain ko yan later. Don't worry. You are getting paid per hours, not per projects. You are working at home. Wala pong virtual assistant na on-site kasi hindi na po yun virtual. Right? Unless, syempre, literally, meron namang mga place na parang office, you are working still virtually, tas yung mga client mo nasa ibang bansa. So, may mga ganun. Pero as long as you are malayo yung distance mo dun sa client na tinutulungan mo, then that's virtual assistance. Okay? You are doing admin task, daily task, and support service, general expertise, specific niche. Usually, you are employed. So, alam ko naguguluhan kayo, pero ito yung pinaka-simpleng explanation. Manicurista. Lagi ko ito sinasabi sa mga live ko, yung manicurista. Merong manicurista na marami silang client sa Caloocan, sa Valenzuela, sa Taguig, sa Pasig. So, iba-iba yung inaayos, iba-iba yung minamanicure nila. Binabayaran sila per project. Tama? Mga manicurista. Tawag doon, freelancing. Meron namang manicurista na nagtatrabaho sa salon. So, doon lang sila sa salon na yon. Tapos, pumapasok ng mga customer. Right? So, binabayaran sila per hour. So, ayun yung pinagkaiba ng freelancing saka sa virtual assistant. Pero walang manicurista na virtual assistant. Guys, sa example lang ng pinagkaiba nila. Gets? Hirap nun, manicurista, tas virtual Part 2. Binibilisan ko guys kasi mahaba yung nasa dulo eh. Don't worry. Ano lang to? I want you guys to get familiarized kung ano ba yung VA tsaka freelancing. Setting up as a virtual assistant. We need to be tech savvy. We need to build our digital online presence. We need to have soft skills. And we also need to set up our payment method kung saan tayo babayaran ni client. So, RK, paano ko ba gagawin tong apat na to? I have this 9 steps. Guys, wait lang. Parang cut out yung wait lang guys parang cut out siya ito. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second guys. There. So I have this 9 steps na kailangan mong gawin bago ka mag-send ng application. Okay? Google Meet. Clear. Say, press number 1 if clear. Press number 1 sa Google Meet if clear. TikTok, press number 2 or 3. Facebook, clear. Okay. Ito na yung mahaba. Kaya ako binilisan yung mga initial, kasi, that's just to get you familiarized with VA and freelancing. So these steps may take you a month or two. Okay? Take your time, guys. Mas maganda yung quality tsaka planado kaysa yung nagmamadali tayo. Okay? So itong mga steps na to, this may take you a month or two. Okay? Not weeks, a month or two bago kayo mag-send ng application. So, step number 1, learn the basics. Okay? So, yung ginagawa nyo ngayon, itong live stream ngayon, ito na yung number 1 nyo. Ito na yung stepping stone. Okay? You are learning the basics, yung setting up, yung foundation, pagiging virtual assistant. So, nag-aral ako how to get clients for 3 months. Simula yung nakita ko yung Your VA Buddy na webinar. Pinag-aralan ko yun for 3 months bago ako nakakuha ng client. Kayo, papanoorin nyo lang ng 2 hours to 3 hours. De, joke lang. Might be more, pero papaiksiin ko yung 3 months na pinag-aralan ko into, live sessions. So, ayun, you can't cook sinigang without knowing how to cook an egg. So, I hope na gets niyo yan. Hindi kayo makakaluto ng sinigang kung hindi kayo marunong magluto ng itlog. So, what I'm trying to say here is, you need to learn the basics. Simula lang muna. Bawal mag-skip. Gusto mo agad maging web developer. Di ka pa marunong mag-compose ng simpleng email. Di ba? Gusto mo agad maging web designer. Di ka pa marunong gumamit ng Canva. So, we need to learn the basics. There are a lot of free video tutorials all over the internet. So, hindi nyo ako kailangan, guys. Okay? Hindi nyo ako kailangan. Ang dami sa YouTube. Ang daming Tagalog, English, lagyan nyo lang ng tutorial for beginners. And then, you will get what you're looking for. Okay? Clear? Number 1, this is happening today. Number 1, clear? Yes. Okay. Step 2. Make sure your niche is something that you love and you are good at. So you don't feel like you're working but rather just having fun. So ano nga ba yung niche, RK? Ano ba yung pinagsasabi mo? So bubuksan ko saglit yung this one. Ay, wait. Gamitin nyo yung to-do list ko. Where is it? There you go. So, RK, ano ba yung niche? Ano ba yung sinasabi mong mga niche na yan? So, I have here a guide for you to understand kung ano yung mga niche. There. So, we have 2 parts, freelance tsaka virtual assistant. So, yung mga common niche na alam nyo is social media management. We have data entry. We also have web developers. Merong WordPress maintenance. Merong e-commerce, VA. Merong project management. Merong graphic designer and all that. Anyone on Google Meet, can you give me a niche na pinag-aaralan nyo ngayon? FB ads. Exactly. Niche yun. Your client will pay you money. Your client will pay you, tapos bibigyan ko niya ng budget, let's say 1,000 per week. Tapos, i-optimize mo yung Facebook ads niya. Kailangan i-allocate mo ng maayos yung budget niya. So, let's say 1,000 pesos. Tapos, nagpo-post kayo ng 3 beses sa isang linggo. So, kailangan yung 1,000 pesos na yun, hahatiin mo yun sa 3. Kasi 3 yung post nyo eh. Tapos, yung 3 post na yun, i-optimize mo yung target audience ni client to make sure na tinatarget ng maayos yung ads. Tinatarget ng maayos ng ads yung tamang audience for your client. Tawag doon, FB ads. Video editor, yes. Maraming video editor, especially sa Pilipinas, maraming magagaling. May mga video editing agency. Andyan si Duenil, diba? Kung kilala niyo si Duenil, nagtuturo siya ng video editing. That's also a niche sa virtual assistant. Kasi you are helping your client virtually, assistant ka, virtually, helping them with video editing. So, video editing. Automation. If you guys know N8N, so ito, yan, automation yan. So, parang ganyan. Pag connect mo yung trigger, yung mga API calls. So, ganito yung example niyan. Nag-send ng message si client, kinonect niya sa AI. Yung AI, pumunta kay ChatGPT, chinek yung message ni client, bumalik, pumunta ulit kay ChatGPT, gumawa ng reply, bumalik, yung reply, kinompose sa Notepad or Google Docs, bumalik, pumunta dito sa parang ruta, tapos, since alam na ni AI yung reply, saka yung sinabi ni client, i-send na ngayon ng email sa customer. Ganun yung automation, and this is something you can learn and in demand siya nowadays. So, make sure, if meron kayong, if meron kayong time, pag-aralan nyo si N8N. Meron din tayong Zapier. Yan, Zapier. Meron din tayong Make. Meron din tayong IFTTT. Ayan yung mga automation na tools na pwede nyo pag-aralan. Kaya ako binibigay yung mga tools, guys, para ilista nyo, tapos ilagay nyo siya sa bucket list nyo. Hindi ko to ma-explain ngayon lang buo, pero yan siya. N8N, Zapier, Make, IFTTT. If, ano ba to? If else done, then there, ayun yung automation na niche. We also have Google Ads. So, pansin nyo guys, sa Google, meron ding mga ads. Coffee in Manila. Tingnan nyo to. Ayun lang. Ayan o, pag nakita nyo itong, nababasa nyo ba to? Pag nakita nyo itong word na sponsored sa Google, yan, ibig sabihin yan, ads yan. Okay? Wala yan siya dyan kung di sila nagbayad. So, ito, walang sponsored, hindi siya ads. Example, clothing. Clothes store in Manila. Ay, mali spelling ba? Okay, ayaw mo na lumabas. Okay. Digital marketing. Okay. Ayun, sponsored. See? Kita nyo? Sponsored. Ads yan. Sponsored. Nagbayad yan. Nag-boost yan sila. Pero ito, si Clutch.co, wala. Wala siyang sponsored. Ibig sabihin, siya yung number 1 sa SEO dito sa keyword na to. Kaya lang lumabas tong sponsored kasi they are paying for boosting. Okay? Meron pang mga ads na makikita nyo lang dito na naka-balandra. Yan. Ads yan. That's Google Ads. Go High Level. So, Go High Level is a all-in-one platform tool. Katulad nito. Lahat na nandyan. Kaya siya tinawag na AIO. AIO. Pag narinig nyo to sa client nyo, AIO tool. Yan. Pag narinig nyo yan sa client nyo, ibig sabihin nila, all-in-one tool. Katulad ni Go High Level. Paano siya naging all-in-one? Kasi pwede mo siyang gawing project management tool, pwede mo siyang gawing CRM, pwede mo siyang gawing web development tool, pang landing page, pwede mo siyang gawing email marketing tool, pwede mo siyang gawing social media, automation, lahat. Kaya siya tinawag na all-in-one platform. So, si Go High Level. Pag-aralan nyo din. Take note nyo to guys yung mga pinagsasabi ko. We also have SEO. Quick lang na explanation. So, SEO is Search Engine Optimization. Yan. SEO, ibig sabihin yan, Search Engine Optimization. niche din yan. Ano ba ginagawa ng mga search engine SEO specialists? So, you wanted to make sure na yung business ng client mo is magra-rank 1 sa search engine. Google is a search engine. Bing.com is a search engine. Yan, search engine yan. Yahoo.com is a search engine. So, as long as na nakakapag-search ka through the web or sa internet, tawag doon search engine. Now, kaya siya tinawag na search engine optimization kasi nga, dapat pag nag-search dito, kunwari, ako yung client nyo. Ang company ko, kunwari, is digital marketing. So, dapat, pag nag-search ako ng digital marketing in the Philippines, dapat lalabas yung ano ko dito. Yung company ko, Recreate PH, o wala. Diba? So, ibig sabihin, I'm not doing SEO with my digital marketing yet. So, pag nag-hire ako ng SEO specialist, ang goal nila is mapunta yung website ko dito sa rank 1. At least rank 10. And lastly, we have e-commerce. So, if you guys know Amazon, of course, you know Amazon. Alibaba, you guys know Alibaba, of course. Shopee, Lazada. These are e-commerce. So, website siya na pwede kang mag-add to cart. Pwede kang bumili, isi-ship na lang sa bahay nyo. Right? Amazon, Alibaba, Shopee, Lazada. Meron ding mga website na e-commerce katulad ng DBTK. So, DBTK, don't blame the kids apparel.co. So, negosyo siya, business siya. Pilipino may-ari nito. Nagbebenta sila ng mga t-shirt, pero pwede ka mag-add to cart. Ayun no, may shopping cart. So, pwede kang bumili sa website mismo. Kaya siya tinawag na e-commerce. Okay? So, clear? Anyone nanonood sa live? Do you guys know what our niches are on at in Google Meet? Questions sa niche? RK, ano yung pinakamadaling niche? For me, you would start with social media management. Okay? Hindi siya pinakamadali, pero siya yung pinaka pwede mong pag-aralan sa simula kasi everything will follow. Okay? Social media management. Kaya ang next class natin sa Friday, if you guys can see, ayan no, sa Friday, meron tayong social media management class. Kasi nga, ayan yung magandang simulan na niche kasi everything will follow. May graphic design dyan, may SEO dyan, may copywriting dyan, may funnel dyan. So, ayan yung pinakamagandang pag-aralan nyo. Social media. Clear tayo sa niche? So again, make sure na yung niche mo is something that you love and you're good at. So you don't feel like you're working, but rather being fun. Wala yan. M&M ko lang yan. Pero make sure guys to invest 1 to 2 hours every day to learn new skills. Kasi yung pinakita ko kanina, sobrang daming niche, diba? So, you know, syempre, isa lang doon, pwede nyo gawing expert, tapos maghanap na kayo ng client nyo para ang tawag sa'yo, expert ka. Pero mayroon mga katulad ko na masyadong gusto lahat alam. So, pag-aaralan ko lahat. So, depende sa inyo yan, guys. Clear? Facebook? TikTok? Google Meet? Inom lang tubig. Clear na sa niche?
Yes, coach.
Thank you. Step number 3. Step number 3 pa lang. Optimize your cover letter. This is very important, guys. Okay? Tapos na tayo sa fun part. Itong mga niche, yung mga basics. This is a critical part of your VA journey. And hindi ko siya ino-OA. Ito talaga yung pinaka-importante sa lahat. Optimize your cover letter. Some of you, meron na kayong mga cover letter. Okay? That's fine. The question is it optimized? Sending a cover letter is your very first interaction with your client. So, ito yung pinakaunang-unang interaction mo with the client. Aside from lead generation and nakita ka nila sa, yung website mo or nakita mo yung post nila. So, ang unang-una yung usapan ni client is yung cover letter. So, make sure it's optimized. Bigyan ko kayo ng example. Meron kang 4 na diploma, meron kang 10 years of experience, sobrang galing mo sa lahat. Kaso, pagka-send mo ng cover letter mo, hindi siya optimized. Ayun yung first interaction mo with your client. Tinamad siya basahin, hindi niya nakita yung mga importanteng stuff, nag-proceed siya sa next candidate. That's how critical yung cover letter is, especially sa VA field or sa freelancing industry. Kasi pag nag-send kayo ng application, guys, ang unang-unang makikita ni client nga is yung cover letter. Yung cover letter, yung email na sinend mo sa kanila. Not yung literal na cover letter na ina-attach nyo sa email. No. Yung mismong email application, yung mismong email na sinesend nyo kay client, yung unang-una nilang makikita. You need to make sure na it's not boring, merong hook, ma-attach agad si client and babasahin niya yung buo. Okay? Ang goal ng cover letter is not to get hired. Ulitin ko. Ang goal ng cover letter is not to get hired. Your goal is for them to get curious about you. So, kailangan, pag binasa ni client, yung cover letter mo, yung first sentence dun sa cover letter mo, kailangan, ang goal mo is for them to read everything. So, we have what we called AIDA, Attention, Interest, Desire, and Action. Hindi ko to i-explain ng deep today, pero basically, ganito siya. Ito yung simple. Kita nyo naman, di ba? So, yung first sentence is attention, kasi ito yung unang babasahin ni client eh. So, sa title pa lang ng email, attention part na yun. So, you need to make sure na makukuha mo yung attention niya. My name is RK. I'm the best BA out there. Okay? I know it's simple kasi nga demo lang naman to. Pinapakita ko lang kung anong ibig sabihin. Pero, ayun yung attention part. Ayun yung hook. Kumbaga, I'm the best BA out there. Okay? Sabihin ni client, sige nga, paano ka naging best? Babasahin niya yung pangalawang sentence. Interest, I know this and that and these two. Oh, daming alam nitong applicant na to Babasahin niya yung pangatlong sentence. Desire, okay? But instead of telling you how good I am, let me tell you how we can grow your business, okay? So, sabi mo kay client, imbis na sabihin ko sa'yo kung gaano ako kagaling, sabihin ko na lang sa'yo kung paano kita tutulungan. That's the desire part. Right? Desire is making your client feel na sayang kapag hindi ka nila hinire. So, babasahin ulit nila yung pang-4 na sentence. Action. This is the CTA, Call to Action. Let's have a quick call whenever you're free. Best RK. So, sabi mo sa kanya, usap tayo. Mabilis lang if free ka. So, you're giving them action. This is an example, maikling example ng AIDA. Okay? Marami pa akong video about AIDA. You guys can explore my page. Pero this is how you optimize your cover letter. Maraming framework for copywriting. Ang tawag dito guys, copywriting. Magulo, no? Wait lang. Ayusin ko yung sentence. Cover letter is something you will send to your client. Kailangan optimize siya. RK, paano natin i-optimize? You need to do the AIDA framework. Itong AIDA framework is also a technique for copywriting. So, ang goal mo is making sure na babasahin ni client yung buo. Okay? Ang goal ng sentence 1 is basahin yung sentence 2. Ang goal ng sentence 2 is basahin yung sentence 3 and so on and so forth. So, ayun lang. That's the AIDA framework. Okay? You can use this framework on your cover letter to make sure na babasahin ni client yung buong cover letter. Kasi kapag hindi, magpo-proceed na sila sa next candidate. That's how important cover letter is. Bigyan ko kayo ng example para ng mabilisan. Para di kayo maguluhan. This is my alter ego. Charot. Saan na ba yun? Tagal ko nang di nag-online jobs page, guys, kasi sobrang tagal na. Kasi hindi na ako nagsasend ng application. Eto. Kita nyo? So, copy na lang natin. Lagay natin sa notepad. Sorry na, guys. Ayan. Kita nyo? So, sabi ko dito, hi, hope you're doing well. I saw your job post and I feel like you're describing me. Attention. Right? I feel like you are describing me. My name is RK. I'm a digital marketer specializing in SEO, web development, social media marketing, and graphic design. Sinabi ko to kasi ito yung nasa job post mismo. So, interest part yun. Right? Remember? AIDA? Ayun o. Attention, interest, desire, and action. So, yung hook ko, attention, I feel like you're describing me. Interest part ko is ito. Sinabi ko na expert ako, ito yung mga hinahanap niya sa job post. So na, we can start analyzing your current digital blueprint by identifying the initial steps. We can do business analysis, understand local keywords, understand your target market and demographics, analyze your business competitors, implement my own method called RICA. Interest part. Desire part. Remove unnecessary parts, keep your content clear, improve what's already good to make it better, change approach for A/B testing, add, blah, blah, blah. This is the desire part. Parang you are making your client feel na sayang pag di ko to hinar si RK. Tapos ito yung call to action. You can find my resume and anything work-related on my portfolio. If you have any question, kung may question ka sa resume and portfolio ko, usap tayo. That's it. That's the cover letter that is optimized with AIDA. Pero, disclaimer, I'm not the best person to create a cover letter or the best cover letter. Of course, I'm just giving you my suggestion sa experience ko. Kasi, yun lagi ko sinesend na cover letter before. Gumagana naman. Question? Live? Facebook? Google Meet? No questions? Quick time check lang. Facebook, like, share, comment the stream. If you have a question, comment down below. TikTok, keep tapping the screen. Repost if gusto mo. Idol pa na yumaman, hindi pa ako mayaman. Google Meet, any questions? Unmute yourself. Clear? Cover letter, guys? No? Yes? Okay. Step number 4, we have resume and curriculum vitae. This is also very important, but not as important as your cover letter. Pero syempre, importante din siya. Curious na siya sa inyo, diba? Now, they will check your resume. So, na-curious siya sa cover letter mo eh. Tingnan ko nga kung totoo itong sinasabi ni RK. Check nyo ngayon yung cover letter mo. Ito yung pinagkaiba ng mga normal na cover letter sa cover letter na ginagamit sa VA industry. So, yung mga normal cover letter, minsan masyado silang professional looking. Yung mga typical na curriculum vitae or resume na sinasend sa call center, sa mga corporate job, ayun yung resume na pinapasa nyo minsan sa client. Which sometimes, it will not work. Pero depende pa rin yan talaga sa cover letter. Pero yun nga, you need to optimize your resume. So, ito yung typical na resume, andun lahat, ang dami yung skills, ang dami yung kayang gawin. Hindi naman siya related dun sa job post. So, dapat, yung resume nyo is optimized for the job post. Ano yung sinasabi mong optimize, RK? Kung yung job post is naghahanap sila ng social media manager, you need to make sure na yung resume mo, yung mga unang pages niyan is about social media management. Gets? Gets nyo guys? Kung naghahanap sila ng graphic designer, kailangan yung resume nyo is optimized about graphic designer. Yung nakalagay sa title mo, graphic designer, yung mga experience na, mga unang experience na nandun is about graphic design. Okay? Nangyari na sa akin to, digital marketer nilagay ko, ang dami kong pinilagay doon, web development, social media, blah, blah, blah. Ang hinahanap nila, project manager. Hindi ako nakuha. Sabi pa sa akin nung nag-interview, I'm overqualified. First time yun nangyari before. Dati pa yun, 2 years ago. So, yun nga. So, mas kailangan nila ng mas expert sa project management even though inoptimize ko yung resume ko. Ang problem lang sa akin, nilagay ko lahat hindi naman relevant dun sa job post. So, that's when I realized na okay, I need to optimize my resume. Kailangan matching. Kung ano yung nasa job post ay yung nasa resume mo. And then yung the rest of your experience, lagay mo siya sa mga last page. Okay? Lagay mo siya sa uli. Kasi hindi naman siya kailangan ni client eh. Kasi ang logic dyan, hindi ito babasahin ni client yung buong resume nyo. 5,000 yung resume. Di pa ba guys? Ang daldal ko ba? Ang ingay ko ba? Sorry na. Ito. Yung resume ko guys. AI yung picture. Sorry na kung AI. Wala akong matinong eh. So, ayan. Kala nyo ba basahin niya ng client yung buo? Hindi. Ang gagawin nila dyan, mag-i-scan lang sila. I-scan nila yung mga importante. Kaya pansin nyo, naka-bold yung mga importante. Kung ano yung nasa job post, binold ko siya. Kasi yun yung kailangan niya eh. Wala naman siyang pakialam na creative akong ay user-friendly websites. Kasi di naman siya naghahanap siguro ng tawag dito? Kaya mo siya in-emphasize is to make sure na pag nag-scan si client, makikita niya yung mga importante. So, yan. Ito. Pansin nyo, ang tawag dito, curriculum vitae. Iba mahaba kasi. Kita nyo? Mahaba kasi siya. Kaya ang tawag sa kanya curriculum vitae. Pero, kung napansin nyo, itong page 1 ko, tawag dito resume. So, hindi ko na kailangan magpasa ng dalawa. Hindi ko na kailangan magpasa ng curriculum vitae at resume. Bakit? Yung curriculum vitae ko, yung page 1 ko, resume na mismo. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng resume? 1 page lang, tapos summary ng experience mo. Right? Tapos pansin nyo sa baba, may disclaimer. Kasi this is my public resume. So, pwede ko ito pakita kahit kanino. Walang sensitive information, walang number, walang email, walang address. Yung address ko dito, Manila, Philippines. Ang laki ng Manila. So, kaya ang tawag dito, public resume. Bakit? Pwede mo mapakita to kahit saan. Pwede mo ito lagay sa portfolio, pwede nila i-download. Kayo, students, pwede nyo ito i-download, gayahin nyo, diba? Kasi nga, public resume siya. So, yan. Curriculum vitae, kasi nga, ayan, may mga, mahaba siya. Okay? So, we are not going to, to discuss deep about resume. Kasi may mga class tayo about dyan. Don't worry. Pag-uusapan natin to sa mga next class. Okay? So, make sure na yung resume and curriculum vitae nyo is optimized. Bigyan ko nga kayo ng listahan. Baka nakalimutan nyo na yung mga pinagsasabi ko. So, number 1, learn the basics. I need your help, Google Meet. What's number 2? May lamok. Guys, number 2?
Identify your niche, coach.
Identify your niche. Number 3?
Optimize
Difference
cover letter.
Optimize your cover letter. Number 4 is create your resume or CV na lang. Okay? Remember, we have 9 steps. Pang number 4 pa lang tayo. And hindi ko siya in-explain isa-isa ng masyadong deeper explanation kasi we have classes for all this. Okay? May mga separate classes tayo dito. Especially mga student ko sa Google Meet, we have separate classes for this. Okay? So, next we have, pag di kayo nakaabot sa simula, you guys can replay my live on the Blue app. Step number 5, build your portfolio. Okay? So, nakita ni client yung cover letter mo, na-curious siya about sa'yo. Okay? Nakita niya yung cover letter mo, na-curious siya. Chinek niya ngayon yung portfolio mo. Chinek niya ngayon yung resume mo. Now, pagka-check niya sa resume mo, uy, ang daming experience ni RK, may ganito, kaya niya yan, ito yung mga history niya. Paano ko malalaman kung totoo yung pinagsasabi niya? Ayun yung nasa isip ni client. Ngayon, gagawin mo, you need to optimize or build up your portfolio. Check niya kasi yung portfolio mo kung yung mga pinagsasabi mo ba sa cover letter and resume is magre-reflect dun sa project na ginawa mo before. Diba? Para lang yan pag naghanap kayo ng architect. Diba? Pag naghanap kayo ng architect sa bahay nyo, check nyo muna yung iba nilang project kung maganda ba bago nyo sila kuwain. Diba? Same thing with anything. Kahit saan yan. Sa kainan, check nyo muna kung masarap ba doon, check mo yung review. Ganun din kay client. Check niya yung portfolio mo kung yung mga project mo ba doon nagre-reflect yung mga pinagsasabi mo sa cover letter tsaka sa resume. Okay? Now, you need to show result sa portfolio. You can use this free tool, Canva, Card.co, Wix, Framer, WordPress. Lista nyo to guys. Screenshot nyo na lang or lista nyo. These are website na pwede kayong gumawa ng portfolio. Andito ba si Craig? Craig, are you here? Wala ata si Craig. Pero bigyan ko ng example ng mga portfolio. So, I hope tama that Craig creates that framer. This is one of my student, Craig, si Coach Craig. Gumawa siya ng portfolio using Framer. So, search nyo lang yung Framer. Ito. Gumawa siya ng portfolio using this Framer. For free. Pwede kayong gumawa ng portfolio dito ng libre. Ito yung gawa niya. Yan. Kita nyo? Website talaga siya. Ayan ako. Ito si Coach JM. Si Coach JC. Lakas ng ulan guys dito. Sana hindi mawala ng internet. Lagi pa naman nawawala ng internet. So, yun. Anyways, ito yung portfolio ni Craig. So, imagine nyo lang guys. Ako, beginner ako. Wala akong portfolio. Tapos parehas kami ni Craig ng in-apply na job post. Sa tingin nyo, sino yung i-hire? Sino yung pagbibigyan sa interview? Okay? Harsh man pakinggan, pero ayun yung reality sa VA industry siya sa freelancing industry. you need to build up your portfolio para pakita mo kay client yung kung ano yung kaya mong gawin. So kapag wala ka pang portfolio ngayon, maybe that's the reason kung ba't hindi tayo makakuha ng client. Okay? So ito, gawa to ni Craig. Check natin yung mga projects niya. Anyone sa Google Meet, sa live, kung pwede nyo i-flex yung mga portfolio nyo, patingin ako. Kasi ang portfolio ko, guys, is yung mismong website ko na. Ayan. Ito na yung mismong portfolio ko. Before kasi, pangit portfolio ko. Hindi naman pangit. Kaso wala na. Hindi na nakapublish. Wala. Hindi na nakapublish yung portfolio ko dati. Yung, ano pa lang ako, VA. Sino may portfolio dyan? Yeah, Russell. Check natin. Uy, ang ganda nito ah. Ito guys, kay Russell Ganiban. So, ito yung portfolio niya. Saan to gawa? Check natin. Go high level. So, ito yung portfolio ni Russell. Ito yung sinesend niya sa client niya kapag nagsisend siya ng application. So, see? Kita niyo to guys? Imagine niyo, ito medyo harsh yung sasabihin ko pero for those beginners na wala pang portfolio, imagine nyo sabay kayo nagpasa ni Russell ng application sa iisang client. Sino yung pagbibigyan sa interview? Right? So, syempre, yung mayroong portfolio. Russell, may experience ka ba sa VA? Nagkaroon ka ng clients before? Russell? Ayan. Ayan yung kay Russell. Another one from Facebook. Ito yung portfolio niya. Ito, gawa naman to sa Netlify. Hindi pa daw tapos, pero at least meron siyang portfolio. Pero maganda rin to. Kaso hindi pa nga tapos. Oh, wala pa eh. Puro placeholder to. Pero see, di ba? Okay, check din natin to. Ito naman kay Wildon. Wildon, ayan, Wildon lang. Nice. This is made out of card.co. Angas din. Card lang to guys. Card.co lang to. So RK, ano ba yung goal ng portfolio? Bakit natin to kailangan? Dito mo ipapakita yung mga projects na ginawa mo sa mga previous client mo. Parang sinasabi mo kay client na, hey, ito yung kaya kong gawin sa'yo. Kung gusto mo ng ganito, hire mo ko. Ganun. Right? So, good job, Wildon. Good job, Lindon. Good job, Russell. Tsaka, Craig. Look at this portfolio. So, yan. Kailangan na lang nila i-optimize yung cover letter saka resume and I'm pretty sure they will get clients. Dagdagan nyo pa to Okay? Binabati ko siya guys. Kino-compliment ko kasi at least you have portfolio. Pero you need to add more projects to this. Katulad na to kay Russell, dami projects. Pero add more. Kaya kailangan may button dito, see more. Pagka-click nun, pupunta sa isang page, sobrang daming projects. Same thing kay Lindon, same thing kay Wildon. O, ano pa. Yan. Pero good job. Hindi pa rin tapos yung kay Wildon. Okay, check natin tong kay Bon. Gawa to sa Canva. Check ko muna sa gilid. Baka ano lumabas. Okay, seems like totoo. So, check natin. So, ito naman kay Von Zapata. Guys, this is made out of Canva. Wala kayong marireason sa akin na hindi nyo kayang gumawa ng resume. This is made out of Canva. See? Canva to, guys. OA yung reaction ko, I know, pero, you know, I just want to emphasize na anyone na nanonood ngayon, you guys can create your portfolio like this. Kasi pag nakita to ni client, I'm pretty sure you'll get hired or at least considered to get interviewed. This is made out of Canva, guys. Mahaba. Ayan, ayusin mo na lang yung spacing, Von, yung spacing dito. Siguro hindi mo pa tatapos. Pero yan, ayusin mo lang yung spacing. Baka may images dyan somewhere. So there, made out of Canva. Ito naman kay Jake. Last na to, guys. Last na papakita kong portfolio. Sorry na. Ito yung kay Jake. This is made out of Lovable, that app. So, coded to. Ginawa siya ng AI. Kinode siya ng AI. Pero, look at this. See? Good job. Okay, check din natin yung iba. Pahabol daw, pahabol. Wait lang. Check ko muna sa gilid. Mamaya kung anong ba ito. Okay, safe. So, check natin to. X ko na yung iba kasi naglalag yung PC ko. Nakalive ako, ang daming nakalive. Hindi ko yung makita yung kay Crisanta kasi nakalock. Naka-edit siya. Ayaw din lumabas nitong kay Maria. Ayun na. Medyo naglo-loading pa. So, another thing you need to consider when creating a website is yung response niya. So, dapat mabilis siya mag-loading. Pero, there you go. This is made out of Canva as well. So, good job, guys. Yan, sali lang kayo sa community ko, sa group community natin. Para may mga student kayo doon, may mga student ako doon na pwede kayo magka-classmate kayo, magtanungan kayo kung paano nyo ginagawa to. So, there. Good job, everyone, for creating your portfolio. Kasi, when it comes to freelancing and VA, we don't chase clients. We attract them. Nakita ko lang to sa Google, pero it makes sense, diba? Bakit natin kailangan habulin si client kung pwede natin sila i-attract? Pero syempre, sa umpisa, magsasend tayo ng application para dumami yung experience natin, mag-absorb tayo ng knowledge. Pero, in the long run, sila na yung lalapit sa'yo. Katulad ng website ko. Right? Hindi ko sinasabing na-attract ko sila, pero yung website ko, magiging public na siya sa Google. Now, pag nag-search si client ng mga digital marketing agency na web development, social media, may chance na makita nila yung website ko. Right? That's why we attract them. Question? Question, guys? For portfolio, why is it important? Again, that's just a brief explanation. Brief explanation. Pero we will have other live sessions na i-explain natin sila ng mas ma-explain. Sabi ko, mas maayos. Okay? So, ano tawag doon? Build up your portfolio. Number 6, we have speak English. What? RK, ba't kailangan mag-speak English? What do you mean, bro? Joke lang. So, yun nga. Kailangan natin mag-English. Bakit? Kasi most of our clients, hindi naman sila taga-Pilipinas, di ba? So, we want to make sure na we know how to speak English kasi ayan ang international language. English at least so far as far as I know, ayan yung international language. Meron akong client sa Poland, hindi siya marunong hindi sila English speakers. So, ano sila? Polish. So, parehas kami barok mag-English. Pero nagkakaintindihan kami. Kasi nga, English yung ginagamit namin. So, you don't need to be fluent sa VA and freelancing industry. Okay? You don't want to be fluent. You want to become you want to be conversational sa English. Conversational means naiintindihan mo siya, naiintindihan ka niya, nagkakaintindihan kayo. You don't need to be fluent. May mga client na naghahanap sila ng fluent na VA kapag ang job post is copywriting, sales. Kasi kailangan mo talaga maging fluent doon. Copywriter, magsusulat ka ng articles. Sa sales, makikipag-usap ka ng, tuloy-tuloy na English. Pero may mga client na they don't care about your English kasi nga what's important is syempre yung skills mo, yung personality mo, tsaka nagkakaintindihan kayo. So you don't need to be fluent. Okay? Try nyo to. 1 week. Okay? This is my assignment, guys. Kapag trip nyo, gawin nyo to. 1 week. Kuwari, Monday, mag-record ka. Tanungin mo lang, i-record mo lang, 1 to 2 minutes lang. Sagutin mo yung question na tell me something about yourself. Sagutin mo yung question na yun. Ano lang, 1 to 2 minutes lang ng Monday. Record ka, lagay mo yung cellphone mo sa harap mo, mag-record ka. Yun. Monday. Tapos panoorin mo. Tuesday, gawin mo ulit. Same thing. Okay? Tell me something about yourself. Record mo, panoorin mo. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, hanggang Sunday. Ngayon, sa Sunday, gawin mo ulit. Record mo sarili mo, panoorin mo. Tapos, tingnan niyo yung pinagkaiba ng Monday tsaka Sunday. Makikita niyo yung difference. Kasi yung Monday, kakasimula niyo pa lang eh. First time niyo siya gawin eh. Tapos yung Sunday, medyo paulit-ulit niyo na siyang ginagawa. Kaya alam niyo na sagutin. Makikita niyo yung difference ng English niyo dun. Tapos, yung Sunday, medyo expert na kayo sa sagot na tell me something about yourself. Next Monday naman, ibang question naman. How do you deal with difficult customers? Ganon. Sagutin niyo lahat ng question na tinatanong sa interview. Tell me something about your social media skills. Yung mga ganong question. Gawin niyo siya. Gawin niyo yun linggo-linggo and trust me, mag-i-improve yung yung English niyo kung paano niyo sagutin yung interview. Ginagawa ko yan dati sa call center kasi nag-call center ako. Ang hirap pumasa doon dati yung umpisa pa lang ako. Tapos yun, na-expert na ako. Hanggang sa nag-job hopping na ako sa call center. Siguro 20 call center yun. Pero yun nga, what I'm trying to say is try to practice yung English nyo. Hindi nyo kailangan maging fluent. Hindi nyo kailangan ng mga fancy accent. Kailangan nyo lang maging conversational. Okay? Clear? Guys, bigyan ko pa kayo ng isa pang tips kung ano yung ginagawa ko para ma-improve yung English ko. Bigyan ko kayo ng tips. Panoorin nyo to. Saglit lang. Hey, chat.
Hey there, how's it going? What can I help you with today?
Rinig nyo ba? Rinig nyo ba si ChatGPT?
Sure, I can do that.
Yes, Daddy
I'll
Coach.
keep my responses concise and to the point for you. Let me know what you need.
Hey, chat. I'm live right now. Both TikTok and Facebook. I just want to demo how good you are, and I want you to practice me speaking in English.
That sounds awesome. I'm happy to help out. Just let me know what kind of practice you'd like, whether it's
Okay, so
pronunciation.
let's say, for example, act as an interviewer. I'm going to apply for a position, let's say, virtual assistant. I'm from Manila, Philippines. I'm trying to apply as a as a virtual assistant. You are the interviewer. Speak English as much as you can. Practice me with interview questions. Practice me to pass interviews.
Absolutely. Let's do that. So I'll pretend to be the interviewer. To start, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and why you're interested in becoming a virtual assistant?
Yeah, my name is Ryan Kyle. You can call me RK. I'm 80% of my life is in front of computers. I play a lot of games before. I have an experience as a call center agent, so I do mostly customer service, sales, retention, speaking or talking to international clients. And then I realized, why not try to do virtual assistant, working at home. I know some graphic design, social media, web development, and all that. So yeah.
That's great, RK. It sounds like you have a lot of experience that would be really valuable as a virtual assistant. Now, can you tell me about a time when you had to handle a difficult customer and how you managed that situation?
Yeah. Well, I do have customer service experience, so pretty much talking to difficult customer is already something that I'm doing a lot of times. So I basically just listen to them, understand where they're coming from. Of course, giving them the temporary solution, asking more questions to get the root cause of the problem, and giving them the best solution on whatever is going to solve that problem.
That's a fantastic approach.
Can you speak Tagalog right now?
Absolutely. I'll switch to Tagalog for you. Just let me know what you'd like to talk about, or if you want to
Paano
continue the
maging
interview.
virtual assistant?
Ang pagiging isang virtual assistant ay tungkol talaga sa pagiging
Pwede ka ba
organisado.
mag-konyo? Konyo ka Tagalog English, yung parang ka nasa BGC. Ganun.
Got it. I'll keep it more like a mix of Tagalog and English, just like a casual conversation in BGC. Let me know if there's anything specific you want to chat.
Anyways, guys, you can use ChatGPT to practice your interview skills, even with the free version. So, open up ChatGPT, click nyo yung parang voice feature, then talk to ChatGPT like a normal conversation. Ask ChatGPT to act as an interviewer. Right? Kita nyo, barok-barok din English ko. Pero what's important is you guys can understand each other, even with client. Kaya nga yung example ko kanina, I have a Polish client, taga Poland, merong taga Europe, hindi rin sila nag-i-English, pero we both know how to speak English. Barok kami parehas, pero nagkakaintindihan kami. Clear? TikTok, Facebook, Google Meet, questions? Okay. Next one. Wait. Lagyan natin sa notepad natin. So, speak English. Tapos guys, pag manonood kayo ng Netflix, huwag nyo na palitan ng Tagalog. Diba? Nanonood kayo ng Netflix. Huwag nyo na palitan yung Tagalog, yung voice over. Gawin nyo na ng English. Tapos yung subtitle, English din. Para nagbabasa kayo at the same time, naririnig nyo English. Tapos pag may close friends kayo, Englishin nyo lang. Yung close friends meaning di kayo i-judge. Hindi, actually, mga close friends yun nang-judge eh. So, yun lang. Mag-Englishin nyo sila. Kasi the more na ginagawa nyo sila, the more na nagiging natural. Pansinin nyo English ko, barok din naman siya, diba? Pero I am now confident to speak English even though it's barok. Kasi nga, natural na sa akin to eh. Lagi ko itong ginagawa araw-araw. Even with my client, I speak English barok. So, yun. You don't need to be fluent. Next one is, we have step 7, join a community. This is also important, guys. Not as important yung mga initial steps, but this is something you need to consider. Join a community. Sabi ni Dennis Waitley, we learn by observation, imitation, and repetition. So if you surround yourself with the right people, then mas mabilis mabuboost yung learning pace mo. Example, may bago kayong motor or kotse, di ba? You know, Honda Civic, Vios, o kaya yung motor nyo, Click, or NMAX. Gagawin nyo, pupunta kayo sa Facebook, sasali kayo sa mga club, di ba? NMAX Club, Kamanaba, Quezon City, o kaya Vios Nation, may bago kayong Honda Civic Stance, Manila, o kaya may bago kayong motor, Copy Racer Group. Diba sumasali kayo sa mga group kapag may bago kayong ganun? Kasi you want to surround yourself with information about that specific thing. Same thing with virtual assistant and freelancing. If you want to pursue social media niche, sumali ka sa mga community about social media management. Meron Gen Socials, di ba? Merong mga copywriter na groups, merong mga web development na groups, mga programmer, code editors, digital marketer, marami. Sobrang dami. So make sure na sumasali kayo sa mga community na pinag-uusapan yung topic na gusto mo matutunan. So I have my own community. You can join. Just go to my page, click the link on my bio, tapos andun yung community ko. You can join the community and doon ako nag-announce paminsan-minsan. And you can talk to your classmates there para kung may tanong kayo, diba? You can ask them. Sabi nga dito, if you tell a vegetarian na nagluluto ka ng steak, wala silang pake. Baka magalit pa sila. Pero pag kwento mo yun sa chef, baka turuan ka pa nila kung paano iluto. Diba? So, pretty much the same thing with virtual assistant and freelancing. If you want to learn anything, try to surround yourself with people na expert sa bagay na yun. Okay? Yun na, ni-notes ko na para sa inyo guys. Next, we have professional online presence. So, ang tawag ko dito, digital omnipresence. We don't wear suits and ties to look professional when working from home. So, hindi natin kailangan naka-uniform, hindi natin kailangan maging formal sa damit. Katulad ko, naka-jacket lang ako ngayon, right? Pero may work ako mamaya. Hindi natin kailangan magsuot ng mga suit and kung ano-ano pa yan. What we need to have is a strong online presence. Ano ba yung sinasabi mong strong online presence, RK? Kailangan optimize yung online jobs PH mo, yung Upwork mo, yung social media mo, yung website mo, yung LinkedIn mo, yung portfolio mo, yung resume mo, even yung Gmail mo. Pangit yung batman_21@gmail.com. Right? Kaya, assassin_2025, ikaw pinakamalakas at Gmail. Minsan ganun yung Gmail natin eh. So, you wanna make sure na sa Gmail, even sa Gmail, professional tayo pakinggan. What I'm using is ryankyle@recreatepage.com. Okay? So, kailangan optimize lahat yan. Hindi ko to i-explain isa-isa kasi matagal yan. Meron tayong mga live session next week about dito. Pero what I'm trying to say is make sure format professional lahat. Yung Facebook nyo, sure ba kayo na kapag chinek kayo ni client sa Facebook, wala kayong mga marites na post? Diba? Baka meron sa inyo dyan, inaaway pa yung, alam niyo yun, mga sensitive topic. Pumaparte kay Israel, pumaparte kay Iran, kaya sa war, diba? BBM, you know, mga ganun-ganun, digong, kung sino-sino pa. Yung mga sensitive info, tapos nakita yan ni client. Siyempre, may times na isipin niya, mas preferred nila yung non-toxic na tao. Diba? Nakikipagtalo sa comment. Ako, nagsisimula na ako makipagbardagulan sa comment section eh. Kasi hindi na ako nag-a-apply. Pero yun nga, what I'm saying is, kapag chinek yan ni client, kailangan you look professional. Okay? Kasi hindi nga tayo nakadamit, di tayo naka-Amerikanong damit, di tayo naka-necktie, di tayo naka-barong. What they can see is yung online presence natin. So, make sure to build a strong digital omnipresence. Pag chinek yung website mo, professional, good, pare-pares ng color. Pag chinek yung Facebook mo, Upwork, LinkedIn, lahat. Okay? Iwasan natin yung mga maritas. After building credibility with your client, you know to earn their trust. Questions, guys? Going once? Going twice? Okay, second code. Let's talk about the second code. Second code na tayo. Ay, that pala, hindi ko ito pinakita. No. Kasi makikita nyo yung first code. Kayo nakita nyo yung first code Wait lang, tago natin. Yan. Second code is, ano ba? Ano ba yung sinabi ko kanina? Bardagulan. Bardagulan. Yan. Bardagulan. Bardagulan. Second code natin, guys, is Bardagulan. Nakita niyo yung first code. Pero okay lang yun. Second code natin is Bardagulan. Tanggalin ko na to Screenshot nyo na. Hindi po namin kasalanan. Joke lang. Next one. We have, last but not the least, we have your weapon sa freelancing and VA industry. And sobrang daming questions dito, I know. Pero this is very important. Okay? Para din siyang niche. The more you learn, the more you earn. Sabi ni Warren Buffett. Again, inom lang ang tubig. The more you learn, the more you earn. By Warren Buffett. So, imagine itong mga tools na to. All of this alam ko. Ito, lahat to. Google Workspace, Microsoft 365, Flowloo, Airtable, Notion, Slack, WordPress, Figma, Elementor and Oxygen, Visual Studio, GitHub, Google Analytics, Adobe Premiere Pro, CapCut, Canva, Adobe Photoshop, Cloud Storage, N8N, Zapier, Make, Okoya, MailChimp, Sender. Alam ko to lahat at marami pang iba. Sobrang dami pa. Hindi ko pa nilagay dito. So, make sure guys na ito lang itatak nyo sa isip nyo. Medyo pangit to pakinggan pero ito itatak nyo sa isip nyo. Kapag nag-a-apply kayo sa isang job post, merong 20 na applicant. And sa 20 na applicant na yon, merong mga katulad ko, merong katulad ni Coach JM, merong katulad ni Coach Craig, merong katulad ni, sino to? Si Your BA Buddy, merong katulad dun ni Molongski, diba? Ni Bloggy Mary, ni Brian, ni kung sino-sino pa. Merong katulad ni Josh Mojica, diba? So, paano tayo magi-stand out of those 20 applicants? So, kailangan nyo yung itatak sa isip nyo. Again, every job post, meron niyang 20 na applicant or more. Sa 20 na applicant, meron diyang magagaling. So, paano ka nakakasigurado na mas magaling ka sa kanila? Right? So, kailangan mo pag-aralan yung mga ganyang tools. Again, invest 1 to 2 hours every day. RK, ang dami mong sinasabi. Kala ko ba madali lang to? Guys, walang nagsabi madali to ha. Wala nagsabi madali. So, overwhelming, yes, pero it's not impossible. Ako nga kaya ko Diba? Kaya ni Craig, kaya ni Coach JM, kaya ng mga VA dyan sa comment section, sa live ko. Kaya namin. Kaya nyo rin yan. Diba? Hindi naman kami special para may gawin kami na hindi nyo, para may gawin kami na kaya namin na hindi nyo kaya. Walang ganun. Walang special dito. Lahat yan kaya nyo. So, make sure to, as much as possible, make sure to invest 1 to 2 hours every day to learn new skills. Kung gusto niyo maging expert sa isang bagay, okay lang yan. Focus kayo dyan. Kung gusto niyo video editing lang, okay lang yan. Focus kayo sa video editing. Pag-aralan niyo lahat ng tools sa video editing. Pag-aralan niyo lahat ng ng topic sa video editing, yung mga tamang angle, b-roll, transition, tools, pag-aralan nyo lahat. Para maging expert kayo dyan. Pero wag kayong mag-i-stay sa isang bagay lang. Okay? Kung Adobe, kung CapCut ginagamit nyo, pag-aralan nyo naman yung Adobe Premiere Pro. Pag expert na kayo sa Adobe Premiere Pro, pag-aralan nyo naman yung ano isa, DaVinci Resolve. 'Di ba? Kung expert na kayo sa lahat ng editing tool, pag-aralan mo naman yung photography. Kasi video editor ka eh. You also need to learn how to handle camera. 'Di ba? Kumbaga, ini-expand mo yung knowledge mo based dun sa isang topic na yun. So, make sure, again, uulitin ko, learn 1 to 2, invest 1 to 2 hours every day to learn new skills. Invest 1 to 2 hours. Okay. Type of tools na kailangan mo to start. Number 1 is an AI. Maraming AI. Pakita ko sa inyo yung mga AI ko. Naglalag na yung PC ko kasi naka-live ako, nagre-record pa, ano-ano pa pinag-open ko. You need to have a companion na AI, text-based AI. Kasi kung alam ko sa inyo, marami kayong question, pero hindi ako laging available. So kailangan niyo si AI para pag may question kayo, siya na lang itatanong mo. Gets? Pwede ko yun gawin, guys. Ano ko kayo, spoon feed ko kayo ng mga templates, mga guides, mga video. Pwede ko yun gawin. I-spoon feed ko kayo. Pero hindi ako nakakatulong in reality. Mas makakatulong ako kapag tinuro ko sa inyo kung paano kayo tatayo sa sarili nyo. Ang OA no? Hindi. Kung paano kayo magiging independent sa industry na to, okay? So my first tip is to get your companion. AI companion. Corny man pakinggan, cringe man pakinggan, pero kailangan nyo ng AI companion. We have ChatGPT, we have Grok, lahat to libre. Yung pinapakita ko sa inyo, lahat to libre. We have ChatGPT, we have Grok, or Grok, I don't know how do you pronounce this. This is owned by Elon Musk. DeepSeek is a Chinese AI, free. Perplexity, tanggalin natin si Perplexity, hindi yan libre, sorry na. Si Claude is free. Claude is good for coding and programming. We have Google Gemini, which is free. Google Gemini is owned by Google. So, alam nyo na. Google is a search engine. So, Gemini is good for research. And then, I also have this, chatplayground.ai. So, pag nagtanong ako dito, tell me something about Coco Martin. Tell me something about Coco Martin. Alright? See? Uy, what happened to my Google Meet? Wait lang guys, nawala yung Google Meet ko. Hello guys, I'm back. Wait lang. Na-live ko na ulit. Ayan. Can you guys hear me? Yes? Okay. So, ito. Search nyo lang ito. See chatplayground.ai. So, kita nyo, magkakatabi na yung mga AI. So, ito si ChatGPT, ito si Claude, ito si DeepSeek, ito si Llama. You can search for iba-iba pang ano. So, alam ko may free din to. May free din siya na subscription or na membership. So, try nyo yung free niya. Pero ganito lang din naman yan. Parang ano-ano lang na pinag-iba-iba lang na window. So, yan. Hanapin niyo yung comfortable kayo na AI. Ang pinaka-favorite ko is si ChatGPT. Ayan. There you go. So, there. Hanap lang kayo dito. Para kapag may question kayo, you can simply ask AI. Kahit Tagalog pa yan. Pero mag-English kayo. Kasi nga, BA tayo eh. Freelancer tayo. So, kailangan nyo mag-English. Okay? Number 1 is a text-based AI. Number 2 is... Uy, saan na tayo? Number 2 is your second brain or ang gamit ko is Notion. Ano ba sa second brain? Sa second brain, dito mo lalagay yung ano mo, to-do list mo. So, kailangan lagi, araw-araw, nakikita mo yung to-do list mo. Trust me guys, this is important. Kailangan araw-araw nakikita mo yung daily routine mo para i-check mo na lang kung ano doon yung natapos mo na. O kunwari, pagkagising mo ng umaga, iinom ka tubig, ayusin mo yung kama mo, mag-workout ka muna saglit, magluluto ka ng dinner, tapos work time na, mag-i-invest ka ng 1 to 2 hours to learn new skills, or kahit 3 video lang sa YouTube, or 1 video lang araw-araw sa YouTube, iba-ibang tools, checkan mo, tapos ayusin mo na kunwari yung resume mo, cover letter, portfolio, o-optimize mo yung portfolio mo, magsasend ka ng application, ayusin mo tong interview. So, yun. Make sure to have that kind of tool. Ang gamit ko si Notion, which is free lang din. Try nyo yun gamitin. Tapos, yun, pag-aralan nyo. If you want to learn about Notion, search nyo lang yung YouTube ko. Meron ako dong Notion tutorial, which is here. No. Panoorin nyo lang to. How to use Notion. Marami pang ibang tutorial, don't worry. Inom lang ako water, guys. Okay. Questions? No? Yes? That is the step 9. Okay? So, lagay na natin. Ano ba yung 8? Join a community. Nakalimutan ko rin yung 8. And then, 9. Lagay ko to sa comment section, just so you know. Pin natin ito. Ayan. Guys. Bago kayo mag-send ng application, you need to have this 9 things. Okay? Ano pa to labas pa to dun. Syempre, kailangan may internet ka tsaka computer. Yun naman yung importante, internet, computer, kailangan may headset ka to marinig mo yung client mo. So, once you have that set up, yung foundation na yun, kailangan mo na tong 9 tools, 9 things before you send application. So, kapag wala pa kayo nitong 9, tas nagsisend na kayo ng application, tas wala kayong makuwang client, alam niyo na kung bakit. Okay? Guys? Questions? So, let's proceed. Yung last pa pala, sorry na. Payment method. Kailangan nyo si Wise or PayPal. Si Wise, pwede mo i-connect yung bank mo or GCash or Paymaya. So, pag nag-send si client ng pera kay Wise, from Wise, pwede mo na siyang i-withdraw pwede mo siyang i-transfer kay sa bank mo, sa GCash or Paymaya. nagsasend din sila ng debit card, Wise debit card sa address mo mismo. So, kung gusto nyo guys, gamitin nyo tong affiliate link ko. Gamitin nyo tong affiliate link ko para makakuha kayo ng libreng card ata. I don't know. Alam ko may libre kayong card dito eh. Gamitin nyo to guys. Wise. So, ito. Lalagay ko sa comment section. Sana hindi ako ma-report dyan. Okay. Kung di nyo naman mahanap tong link ko, okay lang. Punta lang kayo kay Wise. Mag-register kayo ng without my link. Okay lang. Pero yun. Pag di nyo mahanap, punta lang kayo sa page ko. Ito yung page ko. Click nyo tong Linktree. I'm not RK Linktree sa bio. Pagka-click nyo yan, hanapin nyo lang tong don't know where to start. Click nyo to. Tapos, nasa baba lang ng Notion ko. So, send ko rin sa Google Meet. And, gawa na kayo ng account nyo for Wise. Gawa na rin kayo kay PayPal. Kay PayPal, hindi ko masyado ginagamit. Si Wise talaga ginagamit ko. So, ayun. Anyways, wag na natin pakita yung link. Ano solution if nabe-burn out ka? Mag-work lang kayo ng kaya nyo sa araw-araw. Okay? Tapos maglaan kayo. Ito guys, tips for everyone. This is just based on my experience and based on my personal opinion. Hindi, yun nga. Based sa experience ko. Maglaan kayo ng 1 to 2 hours din sa ibang bagay outside work. Okay? Hindi mo kailangan daily siya gawin. Pero maglaan kayo ng 1 to 2 hours na ibang hobby. So, kunwari kung gusto nyo mag-workout kayo. Ako kasi ginagawa ko, naglalaro ako ng computer games. I'm a gamer ever since 6 years old pa lang ako, nagko-computer na ako, naglalaro na ako. So, hindi ko yun natatanggal sa katawan ko. So, naglalaro ako sometimes, not sometimes, all the time. And sinasabi ko sa partner ko guys na it's also part of my productivity. So, kapag hindi ako naglaro, hindi ako nagiging productive. Ganun yun. Kasi ganito yan. Kapag the entire week, 12 hours ka nagtatrabaho, mabu-burnout ka niya, nangyari na yan sa akin eh. Pag na-burnout ka, hindi mo na alam gagawin mo, matutulog ka na lang, magtatamarin ka. Okay? So, to avoid yung pagbe-burnout, meron silang tinatawag na Pomodoro technique, 'di ba? Yung 2 hours, let's say 30 minutes trabaho, 15 minutes rest, yung ganun. Pero ang ginagawa ko every day, naglalaan ako ng oras to play games or to work out or to do other things, mag-drive ako ng motor ko or kung ano nilang ginagawa ko. And it's part of your productivity. So, pag ginagawa mo yun, nagiging productive ka. Bakit? Kasi, kapag di mo yun ginawa, hindi ka mag-excel sa work mo. Yun lang yung nasisip ko. So, yun. Quick tips lang. That not really important sa live na to. Pero to avoid burnout, kailangan nyong gawin yung bagay na fun pa rin para sa inyo. Remember CPR, guys? Google Meet. CPR, cover letter, portfolio, and resume. So, make sure na after ng live na to, simulan nyo na i-draft. Draft lang not to create your final cover letter, portfolio, resume. Imposibleng matapos nyo yan ng isang araw. So, draft lang. I-draft nyo na yung cover letter nyo, i-draft nyo na yung resume nyo, tsaka yung portfolio nyo. RK, saan gagawa ng portfolio? Doon. Sa kanina, replay nyo lang tong live na to. Pinakita ko yung mga website sa Canva, sa Card, sa Framer, sa Netlify, marami pang iba. Excuse me. Yung resume, I have a template you can use, pero marami yan sa Canva. Search nyo lang sa Canva, resume template, and lalabas dun yung mga resume template. You can use that, you can customize it, you can do whatever you want. I-draft nyo na yung resume nyo. Cover letter, use the AIDA method. Okay? Pero again, if you notice guys, pakita ko na lang ulit. Huwag kayong magalala if hindi ko na-explain maayos isa-isa. Kasi nga, we have separate distraction. We have separate discussion on each of those. So, ang nangyayari ngayon, Wednesday pa lang, July 2. Tomorrow, I'm going to have a quick live session lang, 15 to 30 minutes. Preparing your tools pa lang yan. I-ready ko lahat ng tools. Itong Sham na to. I-ready natin yan. So, Friday, social media management class. Okay? So, kita nyo, nung Monday, aayusin natin yung resume nyo. Tuesday, magre-record tayo ng self-introduction. Wednesday, cover letter. Thursday, portfolio. See? So, ano siya. I-explain natin yan isa-isa. So, don't worry. Ngayon, i-drop nyo lang muna to para pagka inasikaso na natin siya on our next sessions, at least, meron nang kayong draft. Iaayusin nyo na lang. Clear? So, quick discussion about Rika and Aida. So, I have my own method, Rika. Research, improve, create, and accelerate. Iniba ko na. Dati remove, improve, change, and add. Ngayon, iba na. Research, improve, create, accelerate. This is my Rika method. So, first, you need to do research bago mo tulungan si client. Second, improve mo kung anong meron sila. C, create something na wala sila. So, you need to add something na wala pa sila. And then, accelerate. Accelerate meaning, papabilisin mo yung productivity nila. So, what are we using to accelerate things? AI. Instead of building from scratch, you can ask AI to draft the entire thing and you just need to modify it yourself. That's my Rika method when helping client. Research muna, business analysis, target market research, audience, competitor analysis, then improve kung anong meron sila, create yung wala sila, and then accelerate using AI and my ways. Okay? That's my Rika method. AIDA is attention, interest, desire, and action. Ito yung ginamit natin to create your cover letters or to optimize your cover letter. Okay? We will have separate discussion for that. Don't worry. For yung araw na to, tonight, this is just your stepping stone para